Welcome to Space Age Rabbit, where I dive into forgotten and short lived TV shows. And today I will be looking at some of the forgotten and short lived shows of 1960. And my only requirement was that these shows premiered in 1960. So let's get right to my list. First up is Guessword Ho. Guessword Ho centered around the Hootens, a New York City family who grew tired of the urban grind and they decided to trade it all in for a dude ranch in New Mexico. They buy the ranch sight unseen, only to arrive and discover that it needs a lot more work than they expected. Their only option for supplies is the local trading post, run by a man named Hawkeye, whose goal is to one day return the land to his people. Much of the show's humor comes from the back and forth between Hawkeye and the Hootens. Guessword Ho ran for one season, 38 episodes, and aired on ABC on Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Next is The Islanders.
The Islanders, an exciting new series of hour-long dramas starring William Reynolds as Sandy Wade, James Philbrook as Zach Malloy. Bitter enemies who become partners when both buy 100% of a seaplane from a smooth little con artist named Willie, played by Diane Brewster.
The Islanders follow Sandy and Zach, who co own a Grumman Goose, which is an amphibious aircraft. And Sandy and Zach launch their own one plane operation in the islands of the Southwest Pacific. And what starts as routine charter flights often turns into high stakes adventures. And helping and occasionally complicating their efforts is Wilhelmina. She is not above playing the guys against each other when it suits her. The Islanders ran for one season, 24 episodes, and aired on ABC on Sunday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Next is Angel. Angel follows Angel Smith, a young, charming French woman who moves to the United States and marries a young architect named John Smith. As she adjusts to her new life in America, her efforts to fit in frequently clash with American customs and routines, thanks to cultural misunderstandings, language barriers, and her well meaning but often misguided attempts at managing their home. And it creates plenty of lighthearted humor. Angel ran for one season, 33 episodes, and aired on CBS on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, before moving to Wednesdays at 8, and then finally landing on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m.
Hey, great coffee.
It's instant Folgers. Doesn't it taste good as fresh perked?
Better.
Better than those girls make at the office?
Honey, their coffee can't hold a candle to yours.
Next is The Aquanauts. The Aquanauts followed the adventures of two Southern California divers, Larry and Drake. In January of 1961, Keith Larson, who played diver Drake Andrews, left the show. A new character, Mike Madison, stepped in to take his place. And just a month later, the show shifted formats. Larry and Mike opened a dive shop in Malibu. And while underwater salvaging remained part of the story, more of the focus was placed on their youthful lifestyle and romantic escapades. And to reflect the new direction, the series was retitled Malibu Run. The Aquanauts ran for one season, 32 episodes, and aired on CBS on Wednesday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Next is The Witness.
This is The Witness. Not a trial, not a court of law, not a legislative inquiry, but a simulated hearing before a simulated committee. A committee representing the morality and the conscience of today, with the power to call before it the famous, the infamous, the evil and controversial figures of yesterday.
The Witness used a format that was similar to a congressional investigation to dramatize the lives of gangsters and criminals from the past and the present. Real attorneys acted as committee members, questioning historical figures who were portrayed by actors. Telly Savalas appeared as Lucky Luciano in the first episode. And other figures depicted included Bugsy Siegel, Al Capone, John Dillinger, Ma Barker, and more. The show aimed for authenticity, with all questioning done by actual members of the New York Bar Association. The Witness ran for one season, 17 episodes, and aired on CBS on Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern before moving to Thursdays at 9 p.m. Next is the Chevy Mystery Show. The Chevy Mystery Show aired as a summer replacement for the Dinah Shore Chevy Show, offering weekly suspense dramas hosted by Walter Slezak and later Vincent Price. Each episode featured moody, mystery-driven stories that relied on tension and clever storytelling. The episode Enough Rope marked the first appearance of the character Columbo, which was played here by Bert Freed. The character would later become widely known when Peter Falk took the role in the long-running Columbo series. The Chevy Mystery Show ran for one season, 18 episodes, and aired on NBC on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Next is Dan Raven. Dan Raven followed Lieutenant Dan Raven, a detective with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, who worked alongside his partner Detective Sergeant Burke in the West Hollywood Division. Their beat, the legendary Sunset Strip. Their cases often brought them into the glamorous world of showbiz, with guest appearances from stars like Bobby Darin, Paul Anka, and Buddy Hackett. Their storylines frequently revolved around these celebrity encounters. Also popping up regularly is Perry Levitt, a magazine photographer who covers a Hollywood scene and always seems to be nearby when trouble breaks out. Dan Raven ran for one season, 13 episodes, and aired on NBC on Friday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
When Charlie sees the sort of girl he'd like to wine and dine, he uses new Wild Root. It gets her every time.
This is new Wild Root. Comes in a tube. Has a totally new formula. Positively no drying alcohol. Absolutely non-greasy. Dissolves in your hands. Won't show in your hair. Keeps it neat, manageable. For handsome hair, new Wild Root. Comes in a tube. Has a new formula.
Next up is Dante. Dante followed Willie Dante, a suave ladies' man with a shady past. He had once run gambling joints across the country, so when he opens a seemingly legitimate nightclub in San Francisco, fittingly named Dante's Inferno, both the police and the criminal underworld were convinced he was still up to no good. Working alongside him are his two loyal sidekicks, Biff, the wisecracking bartender, and Stuart, the dry-witted British maitre d'. The show had a light, tongue-in-cheek tone, leaning more on charm and humor than actual criminal element. Dante ran for one season, 26 episodes, and aired on NBC on Monday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Next is Klondike. Klondike followed Mike Halliday, a rugged outdoorsman who heads to Alaska in search of gold and adventure during the Klondike Gold Rush of the late 1800s. Along the way, he frequently clashes with Jeff Durain, a slick-talking opportunist who prefers to make his fortune through shady dealings. And on the other side of town is Kathy O'Hara, the honest owner of a competing hotel. Kathy often teams up with Mike to foil Durain's crooked schemes. Klondike ran for one season, 17 episodes, and aired on NBC on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. So that's it for this video, but if you haven't seen my other Forgotten Shows of 1960 video, please make sure to check it out. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please consider subscribing. And thank you so much for watching.
Fun is frosting, fluffy, white, swirling, high. Pillsbury, too. Light the candles of fun on your golden yellow cake. Pillsbury Deluxe.